Hello friends, this is Manak from Civil Center and I welcome all of you back to our channel. So friends, today we'll discuss about how to place columns in a building plan. So basically we have a G+1 building here and this is the ground floor plan. As you can see, the built up area is around 1285 square feet. This is the plan of the ground floor and this is the plan of the first floor. So these are the two plans. So in this video series, first we'll discuss how to place the columns and then we'll discuss how to make the beam column plan also. So basically before starting assigning or starting the placing of any columns, you need to look at the ground floor plan or the first floor plan or the plans which are available. So we have made the plans in AutoCAD, so we'll see that. Just view those plans. So this is our, as you can see, this is the plan of the first floor and this is the plan of the ground floor. So before assigning the columns, we need to see whether both the plans overlap or which are the positions of the walls or the rooms of both the plans. So for that we need to overlap both the plans. So I have taken this separately. This is our first floor plan and this is our ground floor plan. So I have given it a separate color so that we can distinguish among them. So in AutoCAD, if you want to give the color, if you want to make the color as separate, you just select this and then you can just assign your required color. Suppose you want to change it to blue, you can do that. So after that, you don't need this boundary, so you can delete this. So after that, what you can do is you can make this ground floor plan into one block. So for that, we can just type B, enter, and it will be a block. So let me just name it as GF plan, ground floor plan, and then OK. So now it has been converted into a block. Now we'll see whether this ground floor plan overlaps with our first floor plan. So you can just select this and then copy and then we'll just paste it here. So as you can see, all the walls overlap with the walls of the ground floor overlap with the first floor, and simply in this portion we have some beams extra, some secondary beams extra in the first floor, and all the remaining things are same, and we have balcony in the first floor which is extra. So the remaining everything is the same here. So let us start assigning our columns. We'll start with this portion. Let us assign a column here. So this is our first column which have been assigned. Now while assigning other columns, we need to check certain things like our total area. So the total area is around 1300 square feet. So there will be minimum 13 number of columns here. For every 80 to 100 square feet, you can consider minimum one number of columns. So there will be minimum of 13 columns here, and maximum we can go as per our building's plan. So now this span is around, as you can see here, it is written 6 feet 8 inches for this one, and this is 4 feet. So and this is our 5-inch wall. So this span, if you provide a column here, it will be around 6 feet 8 inch plus 4 feet, which is 10 feet 8 inch, and plus 5 inches, that is around 11 feet. So it's approximately around 11 feet. So we can provide a column here as the span between minimum span or the minimum distance between two columns can be 10 feet. You can take it as 10 feet, and the maximum you can provide between 12 to 16 feet. So it is not that you can break this rule. These are simply some thumb rules and you can alter these rules. But if you provide columns in distances more than 16 feet or 18 feet, then the sizes of the column will be more. After the design you'll find that the sizes of the column will be more. So we'll consider these things and provide our columns. And if we provided a column here, this span is 16 feet approximately, so we'll provide another column here. And while providing the columns, we also have to take into account the position of the beams. Like we have 3 number of columns here, so the beams will go like this in the straight line. And if we provide another column here, let's say we'll provide another column here, and the beam will go like this, because we have wall here and below the wall there must be a beam, so the beam will go like this. So we'll also take into account our position of the beams while assigning the position of the columns. So this is our span of 10 feet, as you can see, vertical span of 10 feet. So we'll provide the same columns here. We need to adjust the door positions in the architectural plan. We'll do that later. So after that, we have our different rooms, dining rooms. Let us provide more number of columns. And we have a staircase here. So in the staircase portion, we have to compulsorily give some columns in all the four corners. Let us just give it. So as we have provided some columns in the staircase, so the beams will go like this in the staircase. So now this is the end. This is the portico portion. We also have to give a column here, and the span is the distance between these two is 13 feet 2 inches. We'll provide a column here, and let us provide another column at the end. So now we have main beam which will go like this all through. And now let us check this particular row or column, and in this we have a span of 14 feet 6 inches, and this is 10 feet. So we need to provide two number of columns minimum along this row. So we'll just provide a column here, and we'll just provide a column here. So as you can see, we have just assigned columns so that the span between these two columns is not too much. So this is the column. So let us just count the number of columns. We have given 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So 15 number of columns which we have provided in an area, built up area of 1285 square feet. So we have provided this number of columns. Now we need to provide the beam positions. So there are two types of beams, which are primary beams and secondary beams. So we'll discuss the position of the beams in the next video. Thanks for watching this video, and keep connecting to our channel. And if you have any doubts, you can just comment in the comment box. And also, if you want to take industrial training from us on any live courses, you can just contact the number or register in the link given below. That's all for today. Bye bye.